When you're 60 years old, that means you've gone through 5 cycles of 12, 5 Chinese calendars. You know, the animals. There's 5 cycles, then you're 60 years old, and then your responsibilities on this planet end. After that, you're free to do anything you want. So that's a moment of freedom in your life. So you're no longer responsible for anything. That's why I spent 2 years in Korea, and I remember the Korean grandmas would then let their boobs hang out, and they'd smoke cigars and curse at people, and it was a real life changer. So, you know, she's got something to look forward to.
All right.
I have a couple of poems. I guess I should keep it to 4, and there's one that I really want to do, because you mentioned, fuck it. Yeah, Sleeping Beauty's Revenge. Write about what you know, he tells me. Well, I know this. He's a big, hairy ape of an asshole preaching his shit, which, and I don't like to complain, but this reality stuff, the idea of beauty, I mean, I lack his appreciation for that old cliche and prefer the imaginary kind, which is to say, what I write about every day is Crystal, a.k.a. my imaginary lover. She's a perfect lady. She's the one with the black-toothed smile, rose up out of nowhere, out of the ashes, and gave it all back to me, as good as was ever given. My sweet Crystal, my sweet as rock candy, Crystal, feminized, socialized, inflammatory as an unforgiven pill-popping son of a bitch dressed in white, a wedding cake kind of a girl with shiny black thorns growing up all around her, girl shacked up, girl in make-believe Chelsea, sharing an apartment with Sid Vicious or some fragile millionaire she is going to fuck like a pig. Go get him, baby. Go get him. Go chain him up. Go get your Sleeping Beauty revenge. And oh my, she gives him the shit. Oh yes, and he loves it. The complete kicks, the bum rush. Oh, oh, Crystal dear, dirty as a $1 bill. Passed through too many hands. The last angel in the last seat of the last subway car. Pretty too. Too damn pretty for a washed up old junkie, and oddly sweet to the tongue. Not the good kind of sweet, not the sugar kind of sweet that you want running around in your precious blood or stuck into the flesh of your heart like Cupid's sorry arrow-headed dick. This praise poem is for my Crystal, who will burn your blood and tear your ribs apart, because she's eye candy, all right? She's eye candy. She's honest Injun, and to be truthful, I admit I've known a few women like her and wrote about them too. Regrettably, wrote about them plenty, but not now. Now I write about Crystal, because imagination is sweet and always right around the corner, and realities for crybabies. And just because you experienced something doesn't make it true. It's a far better thing to wrestle reality down than let it fuck up your writing. Which is why I say, put your foot down on reality's neck, baby. Make it holler. Don't let it go. For once in your life, you be the one getting Sleeping Beauty's revenge. Let reality be the one doing the squealing for a change. Thank you. Subway's full of high-driving music tonight. Round-eyed men and women jazzified in the hot, wet tunnel. Eyes flashing, hips moving in and out of the crowd. Moving in and out like a slide trombone. I know I have to stand right here. At 14th Street is the Flyaway Boys from the foothills of North Carolina playing the gospel banjo. Next stop, West 4th Street. Cool, some cats have set up shop. Got brass instruments and are wailing an up-tempo version of Don't Blame Me by the light of the 8 train passing. The steps go up, the steps go down. It's a whole shifting mess, shifting imperceptibly like a mule team on delicate hooves across the great continental divide, or the last true juicer teetering down Bowery like a Latin cat in street clothes. Who is that man? He just walks up calm, contemplative, and empty of desire. He is whistling something between his teeth. A couple of schoolgirls out too late, giggling and watching. Here comes a pale green monster of a man, unconcerned and in uniform. He is just cutting by, doing his job, but now he's standing still as a broom handle, stiff as broccoli, and not ashamed. listening to it all, soaking it all in. The subway music, the subway music. Which way's up? Which way's out of here? You cannot turn a good man down, not with your ears, I mean. You cannot turn a good man down when he's playing music like that. Oh, what can you say? What can you tell me? Name your price, New York City. Oh, here comes Mr. Surefoot. Man, he's doing a two-step hustle, a hip little street shuffle, a junkie nod, some hot-tempered boys stomp around in a circle like astronauts in the all-night dark, and pretty women rub their eyes. They have just woke up. They have never been kissed. Young girls made to last or take to bed. What do you want from me? What are you waiting for? Clustered together in the hot, wet tunnel for the first time in your lives. We're going through with this thing. Yes, we're going through with this thing. We're going through with it together. Our slice of paradise, our piece of the underground pizza, our zipped down, washed up, shook out apple pie. Oh yeah, like Noah. Oh yeah, like an isotope. Oh yes, and the sexist gringo from the suburbs, the hopped up kids from Paris, France. Yes, the scrubbed down, impossible to understand Midwesterners and Asian travelers and multilingual all sorts and subcontinentals. It's a musical salute to all of you, all in to everybody, a piece of this action. Let's go for the radioactive Easter egg, together at last, in the greatest and most joyous last chance playground of American underground musical innovation and slim possibilities. Rainy New York City on a sad, lost subway Saturday night. Good. I think I did two more poems. Damn if I didn't lose that poem en route. Tattooed, spoken for, written on your face. Like Benzedrine, like crack cocaine, like a razor-sharp OxyContin tombstone. Methadone and you, a sisterhood of one to walk out on, a tricked-out family of one to hurl aside. Ripped off, rolled over, hung out to dry at the drugstore counter, in the truck stop glare, in the all-night, in the late-night subway, tattooed, spoken for, tossed back like a beer can, stitched up like a busted lip, sewed like a bruised cunt. You did not ask for this, but you own it. You starved for it. You paid for it. In a back alley, with blood money, with prayers that would not go away, in secret motels, prayed to in pump house toilets, and arrogant God who will not listen to anyone until they've gone too far, until they've gone down on their knees on a washroom floor, praying into the face of a broken mirror. Tattooed, spoken for, taken for a ride, struck out like a chump, your neck on the chopping block, hating your father, your brother, your lover, who enters you from behind like an animal, lightning, chasing, lightning, blood in your eyes. This is your daily bread. This is your ruined valley. This is your life, ripped from ruined flesh, the arch of your back, the stamping in your brain, tattooed, spoken for, cut open like a hog, shouting out the terrible news like a badass medicine man. You would crush your lover's bones, you would crush them into powder, and you would snort them too if you had the power left in you. Say what you want, write about it too, but you cannot fix it. You cannot trade it in. Same damn sun. Same damn city. Same damn chapter. Your story, can't make it go away. Here's a quick one for Yuko and Steve Dalachinsky. Junior Kaufman would have been a great movie maker, a great damn movie maker. He could have been the next Eisenstein or Woody Allen. He could have put George Lucas to shame if he ever made a movie, that is. If he ever made a movie, that is, which he never did. He just sat around naked in his room writing haiku while his parents fretted and fumed downstairs. They said things like, he's a pretty good haiku writer for an American boy living on Sutton Boulevard in Queens. A pretty good haiku maker. Even his teacher thought so. Always the right number of syllables. 17. His haiku had nature in them, plenty of nature and seasons, and a big fat Zen slap in the face, the whole 9 yards. Imagine if he applied all that talent to film, said his dad. Until one day, while Junior Kaufman was sleeping, a spider came into his room and it climbed up onto his pillow and it bit him on the nose. And then everything went south, which is to say Junior Kaufman became a little nervous. He got a little strange. He started to get the syllable count wrong. He neglected to mention the seasons. He also became, well, shall we say, somewhat scatological. What's a parent to do in a situation like that in America, land of the free, home of the ad hominem? But the kid is so smart, so they left it alone. They let it be. The more Junior Kaufman wrote, the filthier his haiku became, until before long, every one of Junior Kaufman's haiku was full of shit, piss, and zebra strike, erectile dysfunction, and oh yeah, nipples. So many damn nipples running around inside. Junior Kaufman said if it was you or me, our head without all those nipples, he would probably go nuts. But how did he keep it all under control? What was his secret? The way they tell it around here, they say reading a Junior Kaufman haiku was worse than having to go through puberty a second time. But those haiku had to be written. They had to come out. His parents didn't understand it. They didn't get it, even though they respected his art. Well, what goes faster than the speed of light, wrote Junior Kaufman. Light's kid sister, but she's got no tits. Well, they were dealing with a great filmmaker in a little boy's body, who had additionally been bitten on the nose by a spider. Well, I certainly do not know what to do about this, said his mother, but this shit has simply got to stop. Well, they caught. Maybe that's what it's going to take, that shut that little fucking bastard up. The end. Thank you.